Yeah, in West Hollywood, where there is a huge Ukrainian population here, and they're hoping to get their loved ones here with them. But we have found that a lot of the people we checked in with are ending up far, far away. Watch.
Once we were able to pass, it was like the biggest sigh of relief for us.
You may remember Lonnie and his fiance stuck on the Tijuana side of the border with other Ukrainian refugees during Fox 11's coverage from the border last week.
I was as scared as could be.
After long days on the TJ sidewalk, they were allowed into San Diego and flew to family in Maine, where they are figuring out their next step.
My goal is to hopefully bring attention to what's happening on the border with Ukrainians.
Where the crowd of immigrants hoping to be allowed into the U.S. is getting exponentially larger.
Unfortunately, it's going to get worse before it gets better.
She works with EachStepHome.org, which has been working to reunite parents with immigrant children detained by Homeland Security when they try to cross the border without legal papers, seeking asylum, an issue that came to a head recently with Central American refugees and is now repeating itself with the Ukrainians arriving via Mexico, where they can enter without a visa as opposed to the U.S. She's now helping in the case of 17-year-old Lisa, who you also saw waiting in TJ with her valid Ukrainian passport and an American sponsor. But she is a minor, and she was detained.
So she was held at the border for 3 days, which are these awful, awful places. I mean, these are the places where we saw the kids in cages and the Mylar blankets.
Lisa's U.S. sponsor, Molly, says she last heard from the 17-year-old during a phone call on a speakerphone saying she was being transferred to a facility in New York.
I didn't recognize it was Lisa because for some reason the agent on the other end with her was forcing her to communicate in English. She doesn't speak English. When I asked which facility will she be kept at, she told me, I cannot tell you that information, but she will be allowed to make a phone call.
They are being detained in these congregate living facilities, and I don't think they're set up to deal with Russian speakers. And it's going to be a long process to get her out.
It would not only be the wait, it's also legal fees that have been quoted by lawyers, $3,000, plus the paperwork. One form costs $535 to fill out.
We do not have a system in place to let these Ukrainians in at the border, just like we don't have a system in place to let Central American kids in at the border.
Homeland Security is confirming that if a minor travels with their natural-born parent with proof, they'll keep them together even if detained. Anyone else, a grandparent, an aunt, a U.S. citizen with a passport, no. They're going to detain that child until they can prove that that person is not out to traffic them, and that takes time. Now, on our website at foxla.com, we've put on the contact for that organization that helps people in those circumstances, and for the GoFundMe that Molly's having to put together to try to, A, find out where Lisa is and try to help her get out. Her mother, her natural birth mother, is stuck in Poland with all the other refugees, so she's not coming here anytime soon. So we'll keep you updated. Live in West Hollywood, I'm Christina Gonzalez. Back to you in the studio.